Welcome back, dear friends, to Skill Pro, a course in communication skills and soft skills. In this video, we are going to see consonants part 1. So the video is part 4. Here we will be dealing about fricatives. We have seen in the past videos consonants. Part 1 has got 6 types of consonants, namely plosives, and the second one is affricates, and the third is fricatives. Then later we will see in the later videos the next portion as well. There are 6 plosives: p, b, t, d, k, g, and there are affricates 2, ch and j. And here in this video we'll be looking about fricatives. Fricatives. Why these consonants are called fricatives is, while producing these sounds, there is a very narrow gap in the mouth. Just go into the details. Let's see, here you have the text here with you. Fricatives. Just try to listen to this poem right now.
Part 4, Activity 1A. Listen to the poem and focus on the sounds underlined.
The tree sheds its last hairless leaves. The pond vibrates, creating a delusion. The water of the pond flows, crushing on the rock with friction. It misled the rock, cracks left with hot steam into the air.
As we walk, I envision as though I am looking through him. Both of us didn't glance at each other. A glimpse, but we vanished without notice.
So dear friends, now try to repeat the poem. The tree sheds its last hairless leaves. The pond vibrates, creating a delusion. The water of the pond flows, crushing on the rock with friction. It misled the rock. Cracks left with hot steam into the air. As we walk, I envision as though I am looking through him. Both of us didn't glance at each other. A glimpse, but we vanish without notice. Dear friends, here we find, as I have already told you, we are going to learn about the 9 phonemic symbols here. About the 9 consonants which come under these fricatives. Here, for example, the word in spelling is given: flows, fa sound is there. Vibrates, va. Through, th. The. Mist, s. Leaves, z. Shreds, sh. Delusion, j. Hairless, h. So just try to repeat: f, v, th, d, s, z, sh, j, h. If you just observe, as we looked at the definition, why these 9 phonemic symbols are called fricatives, it is because while producing these sounds, there is a very narrow gap in the mouth. Just observe once again: f, v, th, d, s, z, sh, j, h. You can just continue looking and having the additional words with practicing this. See here, activity 2. Here the phonemic symbols are given, 9, and also word with the sound, the letter is underlined here. And we need to find out some additional words to write over here. Phonemic symbol fa, word with the sound famous. Maybe you can find fan, follow, and so on other words you can just write down. Then va, vanity. starts with any word starts with V, you can just write in the following additional words van. And this is your work here. Thank, th, there, the, soon, sir, zip, z, shoe, sh, pleasure, j, hat, her. So here, read aloud these sentences with a focus on the above sounds. Write down the phonemic symbols of the underlined sound in the brackets. Here there is some text box here with you. Hope you are all following the text. So please do write the phonemic symbols, the suitable phonemic symbols in the brackets. One is done for you. Shy, sh. Shifty, sh again. Sheep, sh. Soothed, there are two here, two underlined words, sir and th. And so on. You can just fill up these phonemic symbols. Then coming to section C, there is again a table with the text, a dialog box here. You can just listen to this audio.
Part 4, Activity 2C. Listen to the following sentences with the sounds j and z. Clap when you listen to z and tap when you listen to j. Your teacher will demonstrate the first one for you.
Junior boys of the college won the badges in the challenge.
Boys and girls, judge which is the laziest among these: zebras, chimpanzees and pigeons.
So dear friends, here you have two fricatives, j and z. J and z. Junior boys of the college won the badges in the challenge. Boys and girls judge which is the laziest among these zebras, chimpanzees and pigeons. Write 5 words with each sound and practice them with your partner. Please do that. Ja sound and za sound. Take a few examples and do practice it. And then coming to the section C, listen to these words and respond by saying the sound z or j. Z or j.
Part 4, Activity 2F. Listen to the pronunciation of these words ending in S or ES.
Caps, books, parts, tiffs, parts.
Tubs. Card.
Part 4,
Part 4, Activity 2D. Listen to these words and respond by saying the sound Z or J.
glaze,
Usual.
rose,
Treasure.
praise,
Easy.
exposure,
Conclusion.
disease.
Television.
So dear friends, here you need to respond by saying the sound z or j. Glaze, usual, rose, treasure, praise, easy, exposure, conclusion, disease, television. Now, this is for your practice. Now listen to your partner saying these words and note down the phonemic symbol z or j. So the first one, glaze, z. And the other things you can just write down. Then observe these minimal pairs, fa and v, sa and z, th and sa, h and sa again. Fan, van, sip, zip, path, pass, hip, sip. We need to write 3 minimal pairs each as the above. Let's say here, first one I can very well just tell you, help you out. 5, wine, shink, zinc, and so on. You can just write down pairs, at least 3 minimal pairs on each section. Now coming to the next part, section F. Observe the pronunciation of these words ending in yes or es, that means sa or is.
Part 4.
Part 4. Activity 2F. Listen to the pronunciation of these words ending in S or ES.
Caps, books, parts, tips, paths.
Tubs, cards, bags, wells, rooms, stoves, guns, wings.
Places, roses, pouches, badges, flashes.
So dear friends, just to repeat here, there are 3 sections here: sir, z and is. Okay, caps, books, pots, tips, paths. Tubs, cards, bags, wells, rooms, stoves, guns, wings. Places, roses, pouches, badges, flashes. All the above words end in sa or es. Here, the marker yes or es is pronounced in the above 3 ways presented in 3 columns. It can be stated simply in the following way. Suppose if the word ends in voiceless sounds like p, t, k, f and th, just as mentioned in the first column, it is pronounced as sir. So here just observe: caps, books, pots, tips, paths. And if the word ends in voiced sounds like b, d, g, m, n, ng, v, th, l, it is pronounced as z. See here: tubs, cards, bags, wells, and so on. And in the third type, if the word ends in ch, j, s, z, sh, and zh, it is pronounced as is, like roses, pouches, badges, and so on. So coming to the last exercise, here you have a small exercise. Read aloud the following words and place them in the right column as per the pronunciation of yes or es. The first thing is done for you here. Blouses, moons, here you have trams, that comes on the first column. Bulbs, so that comes under second column. So much so you need to fill these 3 columns reading out these words. So with this we come to the conclusion of these Fricatives consonants part 1, wherein we learned about 9 fricatives. Just going back to the 9 fricatives phonemic symbols: f, w, th, d, s, z, sh, j, h. So in this lesson we have learned how the consonant sounds are produced. First we have seen what does it mean a consonant, and later we have seen the types of the consonant. There are altogether 6 types of consonants. The first one is affricates, the first one is plosives, affricates, and today we have seen in this video fricatives. So fricatives, there are 9. Please do go through and practice well. And you also learned to identify and produce how the plosives, affricates and fricatives are produced or how it is pronounced, and you have learned also to write the phonetic symbols for these sounds. That is very, very important. So please do practice, and shortly we'll be seeing the following portion. Thank